really fast.
Do we need to do calisthenics?
No.
Would that help?
No.
Okay. Are we ready now? I think we are. Let's do some numbers. Kaylee? I know she is really excited to be called on first, but the nice thing about being first, well, let's just go in order, shall we? So let's go in order, and I want to put these numbers in the T accounts, every one. Does any of them look really, really good, like one that you would really, really like to put in the T accounts?
I can do either one, but
Which one?
I would expect to go first with direct materials beginning inventory.
Awesome. Where would you put that?
It'd be 60 grand in direct materials beginning inventory.
60 grand?
Or 60,000.
60,000 what? Dollars. Awesome. I one time had somebody in here say something like, "Yeah, that's 60 big ones," or or some equivalent thereof. I'd not ever heard anything quite like that before. Awesome! It wasn't that fun. Whitney Martins.
Hi.
She is awake now, maybe, for about 30 seconds.
All right.
Another number.
Let's just go to raw material ending inventory.
How much?
And put $70,000.
$70,000. Oh, I think it was actually 60 G's. That was the actual phrase. 60 G's, was an answer I received one time for a question like that. So I was like, what? Austin. McAfee. Another number, please. You might be checking these off. Since we are going out of order, you might be checking these off so that way you know.
Work in progress, beginning inventory.
Of how much?
$120,000.
Thank you. And you even corrected yourself, which is even more exciting. You anticipated my question. Jennifer McCarty, you're next.
Okay, let's go work in progress ending inventory.
$115,000. And technically, it's a work in process rather than progress, which the last two responders used. It's not a big deal, but technically that's what it is. Mike!
Yeah.
You're next.
Finished goods beginning inventory.
Wow, okay.
$150,000.
$150,000. You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm sure. Okay. Melissa McLaughlin.
Finished goods ending inventory.
You folks are kind of an uncreative bunch here. $165,000. Okay. Now what? Now are the easy ones over with Ryan?
Looks like it. Yes.
They're all easy.
So raw materials purchased.
Raw materials purchased.
So direct materials.
Yes. Where at?
$250,000.
Okay. Is that in or out?
That is
In. How much was it again?
$250,000.
$250,000. And, I've never done this before, but I'm going to try it and see how it works, like this. Now, let's assume, because I want you to realize all ins and outs are journal entries, right? So let's assume this is an all-cash company. What would be the other side of that journal entry for that purchase?
A debit of $250,000.
It's a debit to which account? Right? What account are we debiting?
Direct materials.
Direct materials. So what are we going to credit? Cash, $250,000. Now, recognize the problem doesn't ask you for this. I will never ask you to do that on a test, but I do it the first time I do one of these problems, just to kind of complete the circle, if you will, start to finish. And we'll talk about it when we're all done. Awesome. Matt, you're next. Sweet, he says. Indirect labor. Where's that go?
I'd go with manufacturing overhead.
Yes, sir. Debit or credit side?
Be debit side.
Yes, because what kind of an account is manufacturing overhead? Somebody help out Matt here. Davis, excuse me. Davis, what kind of an account is manufacturing overhead? Revenue, expense, asset, liabilities, owner's equity. And this is probably going to be from, huh? It is not a liability. Manufacturing overhead. Anybody? Expense. It's an expense account. Okay. So how do we increase an expense account? Matt? How do you increase an expense account in general? Yes, sir. Yes. Which was your answer? So I'm just wanting you to know why your answer was correct. Okay. Of how much? $25,000. What's the other side of that journal entry? $25,000 cash. I have no clue. Which one did you do? Indirect labor. Why don't I label that? Indirect labor. Okay, there we are. Good question. We got the answer. Are we all together now? Same page, as it were? Page 19. Same page, literally and figuratively. Matt Montgomery.
Indirect material would be manufacturing overhead.
Indirect material, manufacturing overhead, how much?
$10,000.
$10,000. What's the other side of that journal entry going to be?
Credit to cash for $10,000.
Credit to cash for $10,000. Awesome. Okay. Scott Musgrave.
Sir.
You're up next. Awesome. Direct labor. Where are we going to put that? Awesome. Debit or credit side? Debit or credit side?
Debit.
Okay. Are you sure?
Pretty fast.
Why does it go on the debit side? That's not a bad start. You'd have to pay in cash of how much?
405,000.
405,000 yen? Dollars, okay.